Hi everyone, welcome to the course of end-to-end automation testing using Robot Framework, Jenkins and X-Ray. In this course, we will learn about end-to-end automation, what is ATDD, then we will deep dive into the Robot Framework, which is the centralized framework and this particular end-to-end automation testing. We'll learn about write, which is the ID integrated development environment for writing test automation script through Robot Framework. Also, we'll learn about how to install Robot Framework, what are the prerequisites of it, and also we'll learn about the details about the framework architecture. So how Robot Framework can be integrated with X-Ray, which is a plugin in Jira, and also how it can be integrated with Jenkins. Then we'll see that reporting UI, so which is a built-in UI and within Robot Framework. So we'll see how it will be generated and how flexible it will be and user friendly. Also we will find out the details about the different feature of Robot Framework. Okay, so let's deep dive into the E2E automation. What is E2E automation? So in order to understand the E2E automation, to understand the architecture, we need to first know the definition of A2E automation or A2E testing. So this particular automation framework supports UI, API, like user interface testing, API testing, database testing, ETL testing, real-time streaming testing, Windows-based testing, and big data testing. It also includes performance testing, which is a non-functional testing. So this particular framework is a one-stop shop where it covers everything, whether it's functional or non-functional. If you see in the market, you will find a lot of tools where you can do either web testing or API testing or database testing, or ETL testing, but this single framework can do everything. So that's the advantage of this framework over other frameworks. Also, we'll learn about what is ATD. So we are going to follow this particular approach in order to build this particular framework. So it's acceptance test driven development. So that is the model. There are different models in automation, so like behavior driven model, data driven. So we are going to follow test driven development. That means like early automation in software development lifecycle. So first we will develop the script based on the business requirement. All the script will fail initially because there is no code for the system. Then once a system related code is deployed to the environment, then we will rerun the same script. Everything will be passed. If there is some defect, then the code has to be refactored, and then it will be sent for retesting. So we'll rerun the same script, and all script should be passed in that case. So that's why we call it as a red green refactoring approach. Now let's move to the robot frameworks. So Robot Framework is a Python based framework. It has custom libraries and built-in libraries, and so we are going to use write as our integrated development environment, where we use code and write script and design script and run the script from there. There are other IDE like PyCharm, for example, but we are not going to use it. It's because this robot IDE will give us human readable syntaxes, keywords, and you will just type syntax and it will give you option intelligently, so where you don't need to do any explicit programming. So that is the advantage of having write with Robot Framework. So let me give you some idea like the definition and what is Robot Framework. So Robot Framework is a generic open source automation framework. It can be used to test for test automation or robotic process automation. Here we are going to use only for test automation, not for robotic process automation. And this is a very actively supported framework. There is a community which builds new libraries, also help you to find out to solve any problem within the framework. And as I mentioned previously, that's a easy syntax utilizing human readable keywords, and you can it is capable of to have like custom libraries, so you can extend it so that is another advantage. You can write it in Python and Java, but we are using Python here. Apart from that, let me go to the architecture. So this particular framework can be integrated with a DevOps tool or Jenkins, Bamboo, and also like any test management tool like X-Ray, which is a plugin in Jira. So we'll go more in detail in the upcoming chapter. And also it has a very good reporting UI. So we'll see like different test cases, their status, right, and you will go into in detail level in the log. So let me go to the demo section. So this is let me show you. This is like the right tool I was referring previously. So you can using this installation part and how you can open it I will cover in the next chapter. So for now let's just high level demo. So let's say if you want to create a particular script. So let's say your test script is a dummy, like just I'm considering you can do like sanity testing, regression testing, you can name it, and within that let's say you have a requirement to log something. Okay, so let's say you are logging some messages. So as it is human readable and keyword driven, so let me just start it from here. So first I will create a test case. So just right click and new test case, and then it will give you option to name the test case. Once you name it, then you will find this test case here, and once it is done, then you can write keyword. Let's say you want a log, so if you just log and then control space, it will give you okay this many options with this, and these are all built-in libraries. So if you select here log, it will give you what log does. Okay, so argument you need message, label, HTML, console, these are, but only message is mandatory. So that's why it's showing only one cell with highlighted in red. So that means you have to provide a message here, and everything whatever you enter here, it's like a string. So so this is how you can start scripting based on your requirement. So once it is done, you can run it from here. So let me show you how to run it. So you will go to run tab, and then by default it will be your temporary path in your local desktop. So so that's why like if you run it, it will just run it with fraction second, and it's done. Report is generated. If you want to see the report, you can go to, you can open this path. Let me open it. Okay, so this is the test execution report. So all tests, we have only one test case, which is TC01 dummy, and the status is passed. What we did, if you go to the log, you'll find okay info message. So we just printed the message, and the type of the message is info. There are many type of messages. So basically I was just trying to showcase here like what you can do with this framework and how easy it is. Yeah, so we'll go in more detail in the coming chapters. So that's it for today's session. Stay connected. Thank you.